We're good. We're good to vote. That's what I say. We're gonna vote. All right. Welcome to Embarrassing, the most embarrassing podcast on the planet. I'm here with the lovely Gabby Victoria. What is it?
Gabby Victoria. Woo.
Woo 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 woo. Yeah. I don't even remember what we're just talking about.
Plants. I was a plant lady, and then when I moved, I was like bouncing around through houses because I moved from an apartment to a house. So I had to stay at my friend's house, and then I left some of them there, and then some of them died because I really wasn't taking care of them the way I should have. And I only ended up with like out of my whole garden and out of my like, not garden, that sounds low, but like out of like my whole like pottery system, I have only 4 left. So
what's a pottery system? What's that?
Like not even like a pottery system. Like I just like had a balcony and I was like obsessed with plants last year. So like I had my dad make these boxes that would hang off my balcony. And then that was like my pottery system. I would like grow like all different things. I had one like lavender bush and I loved it. Its name was Lily. I like named it and I was talking to it, but it died. And then I found out it wasn't even lavender. It was just like a pink plant. I was so upset.
Damn.
But yeah.
So like how do you get into plants?
When I got like real spiritual, like I started like looking up like meanings of like different plants and like what their like not powers were, but like what like their medicinal purposes were. And like that's why I have like aloe all around my house. I have snake plant because it clears your air and like your your air out, your airways out, I guess you can say. And then I have like an orchid plant just because I think it's pretty. But like those are the only ones that have survived.
Those are in your house right now? The current one? How do you like me like everybody? Story behind that.
Okay, so I don't really know how I met all of them, to be completely honest. Well, my roommates. So my roommates are Matt Lorenzo, Fonzie Moore, and then Sammy Robinson. They're all in Gazzoni. I did not go to school here my freshman year. I went to the University of Alabama my freshman year. And then I transferred here because I was like super duper depressed. And I just wanted to be closer to home. Because when I was a senior in high school, I went through a school shooting, and all of my like friends from that school shooting went to UCF. So like it just made me feel closer to home, and also being able, I live in Miami originally, well, Boca area basically, but it's easier to just say Miami. But I went to UCF just because it was like 3 hours away from my parents and like a couple hours away from not even a couple hours. Like I lived with all my best friends, and like all my best friends from high school, which like people don't really get. Like I've been friends with, my longest friend is 10 years now. And like she lives like in the same neighborhood that I do. And I see her like every day. So that was my whole point in coming to UCF.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How's your time in Miami or Boca?
Well, I grew up in New York and I moved to Boca when I was 7. So, I mean, I haven't had all the same friends. Like I still have friends in New York that like I visit because like everyone in New York, like where I lived, was like a huge community. So my parents knew like our neighbors, our next door neighbors, like the neighbors behind us. So I still have friends there, but like growing up in Boca, there's like a lot of entitled kids. So you grow up with like kids from all different areas, like kids that like don't have the most, and then kids who do, whose parents like give them everything. So it's like you kind of grow up with all walks of life. I was more in like the middle class area. So like I knew not like what it was like to necessarily struggle, but I knew what it was like if my mom couldn't get me like something, or like, and I had to wait till like next paycheck, you know what I'm saying? But like I never necessarily like was like without a meal, like if that makes sense. Like my mom every day would make dinner at 6 p.m. and I had to be home at 6 p.m. every day for family dinner. And I sat down with my family every day. And then I was allowed to do whatever I wanted, but I had to be home for dinner every day at 6 p.m.
Is that broken now, the low dinner thing?
I mean, yeah, now that I'm in college, of course. But like when I went to Alabama, like my mom would literally fly me home for a weekend to have family dinner.
Damn.
And like that like was like a thing because my sister also lived in New York at the time when I was in Alabama. So like she would pick a weekend and be like, okay, you guys are coming home. We're going to go have family dinner. And like you guys are going to hang out for the weekend, like have a family weekend, just because like we were both so far and like not as obtainable as I am now. I should go home a lot more than I do, especially because I live closer. But now that I'm here, like my whole life is just here because I have like a job here and everything. So I'm kind of like stationed here right now.
Do you like it here?
I love it here. I used to not like it here, but like now that I have the job I do, my confidence has definitely gone up, which is like weird to say, but like the job I have now, like my confidence has gone up. Like I have met, like I think I've really met my niche of people. And like I used to like not bounce around because I've had like some like about 5 people that I've always had consistently in my life. But like like Sabrina as well. Like I met her like this year, and like I consider her one of my closest friends. Like I talk to her almost every day, and she's over every day, and like it helps a lot because like I live with her best friends. So yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I'm never like around them. I don't know. I
don't know why you don't come around more if they all know you.
Well, it's not. They love to like party, and like I'm not the biggest partier. I don't know how, like, it is what it is. But, like, I definitely, like, if you guys want to do something, I'm usually always down. I went to her birthday. Like, you can't say I don't go out. It's just not every weekend.
No, yeah. You're, like, an occasional go-outer.
Yeah. I'll make an appearance here and there.
Yeah. But, like, those are the best appearances because, like, you're not around all the time. I was late to my own birthday dinner. So, like...
I didn't even go to
and it was because of the boys that I live with. It was literally because like me and Sabrina were ready downstairs and I was like, okay, I can't be late for my own reservation. And people are like, oh, we're here. It's like 8:05 and I'm like 15 minutes away still from downtown and the place. And I'm like, Fonzie, Matt, like, what do you have to do? Like, I'm already ready. Let's go. Like yelling because they live upstairs and I'm downstairs. Like, I gotta do my hair. I'm buying a shirt. I'm like, you couldn't buy a shirt an hour ago? Like, what are y'all doing?
Check them.
Like... I am the mom of that house, though, so I'd be yelling.
Who's the best dressed in the house?
Fonzie.
Really?
Yeah. Nah. Okay, Fonzie.
You know Matt steals my clothes?
100%. Matt steals my clothes. Okay. So Matt literally steals my clothes. For EDC, if you see pictures of Matt Lorenzo in a pink pair of lightning pants, they're mine. They just didn't fit my fat ass. But no, Matt steals my clothes. The thing, though, Fonzie puts together very... like good monochrome outfits. Sammy puts together very like Y2K outfits, and Matt just goes off of what the two of them are wearing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, so like Fonzie will come out with like a Gucci shirt, plain black jeans, and like off-white sneakers, like just like the suttable fashion. And then like Sammy will come out with like green jeans, like an orange jacket that has green lettering on it, and like brown shoes, and it'll look so good for no reason. And then Matt will be like, okay, I'll figure out what I need to wear now. Like, I just need to see the vibe, like what everyone's doing. Like, he's like, Matt's a girl though. Matt is a girl.
Matt's a girl. So
it's fine. He's actually a girl, but I love living with all of them.
Okay, and I got a question for both of you, even though you're not on this. Who's like the best dressed in the friend group? Still Fonzie?
Out of the boys or like out of the girls?
Boys and then girls.
Probably Fonzie.
Fonzie out of the boys, yeah, I would say.
Fonzie for sure out of the boys.
Girls, I would say for like, okay, so if it's like me, Sabrina, like my guilt friends going out, I would say like, we all dress to a standard though. Like the girls, there's no like really best dressed girl because we all know like when we go out, we have to look nice, especially because like when I take my, like all the friends that I take, like I take Sabrina out with, or like I'll take Ashley or like Marcella out with, or like just my high school friends. I'll be like, okay, at the end of the night, we're going to my place of work. So I have to show up looking nice. Cause like, if you're going to show up to your work in a pair of like a pair of like leggings and like a t-shirt, like I have before, which is I have before because like sometimes like I'll just say like, fuck it, let's go to Guild. But like for the most part, like if I'm going to work, I want to look presentable because like I'm representing the company. Cause like tomorrow I might pull a shift, but tonight I might need to meet a client, not like a client, but like a person who's going to like come to the bar and like throw me $100 tip just for like looking good.
Us, though,
you know?
Going out with like Ashley and Marcella, I think Marcella does though.
Marcella would be hitting the fashion. Marcella is very like monochrome style, and then I think Ashley like kind of like piggybacks of like what's fun and fresh, and then I feel like I do that too, which like what's fun and fresh, but I like I do like new shit all the time, and it's like I'll wear like funky pants. Like funky pants is my shit. Like it's funky like pants with a pattern, and then like a monochrome top, but like I make it work. Like I'm always funky pants in it. Like funky pants.
Yeah, she wears things that sometimes can't like other people can't pull off.
Yeah, like I just like sometimes I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, like in my mind, like I don't know if you've ever seen Hannah Montana.
Yes.
You know,
I've seen
Hannah
Montana.
Her closet where like it's like the shirts will like go and it'll stop, and the pants will go and it'll stop, and the shoes and it'll stop, and she's like, I don't like that outfit. Like make another one. Like that's me in my head. Like with my outfits, I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay. Okay. That's my vibe for tonight.
Because when I hate being cocky, but I always think, I'm not even trying to like hate. I always think, all right, guys, I'm the best dressed. We know this. We know this. Come on.
Yeah, you know how to dress.
I think like sometimes I'm definitely not the best dressed. It just like also depends on my mood. And like that's like you can definitely tell when I'm sad because I'll wear black. Like
So is it like based off emotions? You're gonna wear like black?
Not really. If I want to look skinny, also I'll wear black. Because like black hides like bumps and shit.
I guess, yeah.
So yeah, like I'll wear black, and then if I'm not feeling as bloated, white, and then like green looks really good on me. I love wearing green, so I wear green a lot, and it's also my favorite color.
Also, like we text each other. Like I send you a meme. Like we kind of go like.
Me and Sabrina text each other a lot. Like I called her today, and I was like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah,
and she's like, "I'm wearing sweats."
Like, face off each other.
Yeah.
Like, is it a booties kind of night?
Are we going comfy casual? Are we going like glamorous? Like, what are we doing? Like, are you going like for my birthday? Everyone knew to dress up, like, because I knew I was going all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, let's say like Sabrina calls me on like a Friday and it's like, "Oh, let's go get dinner. I'm gonna be comfortable." And then she's like, "Oh, like I'm kind of drunk right now. Like, let's go to Guilt. I'll show up in Guilt with what I'm wearing." Like, you know, because it's just me and Sabrina. Like, it's not like anything special.
To go get dinner, we're like, what are we wearing?
Yeah.
Casual.
Yeah.
Or are we gonna look cute?
Mm-hmm. It's very like you check on what your friends are doing before you step out.
You guys notice how close I live to Guilt?
Mm-hmm.
Down
you do
the
live,
street.
yeah, very close to Guilt.
Because I know when I dress up, this is my thing when I like leave the house now. Because like I've gotten into like fashion like this year.
Yeah.
Every time I leave the house, wherever I'm going, put on a different outfit.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Simple as that. Just put on a different outfit. Whatever it is, put on a different outfit. And then
Like
you see
every
what you
time you
like.
leave the house?
Every time you leave the house.
Okay.
Well, like if I'm going to the grocery store,
Yeah.
I'll still put on a different outfit.
Okay. I've been trying to do that lately because I've noticed I'm a very leggings gal, and I've been trying to like spice it up with like not like shorts, but like shorts and like different types of pants and stuff like that. Like I've just been trying to like buy. Also, I've been trying to buy more pants lately because like I have a lot of tops.
That's why I like pants.
Like for girls, like girls have like an endless amount of little crop tops. But like if you have like a nice pair of pants, you can match that with like the endless amount of crop tops you have. So that's my vibe. So in the month of December, I started doing the 75-day hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Good shit.
I'm not the drinking part because I have to drink for my job. I don't have to, but like I do. But I read like a book. Like every day I'd read the Art of Seduction or the Art of Power because Fonzie has them in his room. So I'd read a book and everything like that. I'd go to the gym, and I joined a new gym that was like closer to my house. So, and I got a pair of rollerblades. So that was like my outdoor workout. Okay. So I went to the gym. I just finished a 2-hour workout. I was like, oh, let me go to the park. I'll read my book because I have it in my car. I'll read my book because I have it in the car. And then I'll go rollerblading. So I like read my book. I was doing like the most peaceful shit ever. I was like meditating and everything. Got on my rollerblades. And like I rollerbladed a lot when I was younger, but not so much now. So I'm still like rusty at it. So I like looked down at my toes when I was rollerblading. And I didn't notice there was like a fat ass downward hill. And it was all concrete. So like either way I was going to crash. So I was like, it was like split second thinking. There was like a handrail right next to me. I went to grab the handrail with this one. And then this arm went back and I fell on it. And like I hit my shin and my shin started bleeding. That's what I thought was broken immediately. Like I thought my leg was broken, which I was like, okay, at least I can still walk. But then like I started like moving my arm around. And like I said, I called my sister. And my sister's a doctor, so I was like, okay, tell me what I do. She's like, wiggle your fingers, like move your arm up and down. It hurt a little bit then. And like, she's like, okay, like wave, like do hey. And like I did it and it hurt so bad. I started crying. Called my roommate. My roommate thought I was joking at first. So he was like laughing at me. And I was like, no, I need to go to the hospital.
Was it Matt?
No, it was Sammy.
Like Sammy, the tattoo
Sammy
one?
tattoo,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And it was Sammy, and I called him, and he's like, what are you talking about? Like, he's like, okay, I'm on my way right now. Like, don't worry. And Sammy was like, yo, you must have been hauling ass. Because, like, where I parked my car and, like, where I was like 3-mile difference. Like, Sammy was sitting there in the park, like, trying to find my car. Because, like, he had someone drop me off at the hospital while he picked up my car. So it didn't get, like, towed for being there overnight. And he was like, you must have been hauling ass. And I think I was. And, like, people were trying to help me. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, leave me alone. My roommate's coming. Like, don't talk to me. Like, don't look at me. I don't like people seeing me in, like, vulnerable moments either. So I was like, don't even look at me. Just like, go on with your day. Pretend I'm not here. And then, yeah, that's how. And then I went to the ER. They told me it was cracked, not broken. And I was like, okay. And then I went and got a second opinion. And they're like, no, it's broken. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, for 3 weeks, I was in a splint that went up my elbow. And it was just like my arm went like this. Just like straight like
Happy
that. It was so annoying. And then I finally got switched so I can like move my arm. So I'm in that for another week and a half, and then I get out. Yeah.
That was very eventful.
Yeah.
But why do you think that you don't like people seeing you when you're vulnerable?
Trauma. Because I feel weak. That's really it. Like I just feel weak, and I don't like feeling weak. I don't like feeling like people have power over me, and I feel like that's definitely from like my last relationship, because I definitely gave him all the power in the relationship, and he kind of just like walked all over me. So I think that's definitely like changed my mindset now. But I mean, I didn't like it before, so it's definitely from a lot of shit that I haven't dealt with. So probably that.
Yeah, tell me about the black eye.
So I went on it wasn't even on my birthday. So it was actually 2 days before my birthday. And I went.
Your birthday with a black eye?
Yeah, but I covered it really well. Do you want to see the picture? Like, you can't even tell I have a black eye in this picture.
It's not even like super noticeable right now.
I mean, girl. It's a little noticeable. I call everyone girl. Don't get offended.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. It's because people get offended though. Like I call people girl, and they're like, "Don't call me a girl. I am not a girl." And I'm like, Jesus.
No, I'm not a fan.
But no, that one is my black eye.
You posted this?
No, I didn't post it.
I can't even tell.
Yeah, that was it. And I covered it with like a lot of makeup. I just sat there with concealer, like. But okay, so I was on my staff outing, and my downfall was that I took at Gil.
You too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because the last time I blacked out. I blacked out completely, like in the bathroom of Gil. Like apparently I was like laying on the floor with my top off, like in the bathroom. Were you there, Sabrina? When I was when I blacked out at Gil and Fonzie had to carry me out of the bathroom with no top on? Well, I had a top on when I left the bathroom. My friends put a top on me, but apparently like I was like just sitting over the toilet, like putting my fingers down my throat, but not actually doing anything, because they were like, you need to throw up. Like if you're blacked out, you need to throw up. Because I fell on the stairs. Like I always fall when I'm drunk. That's another thing. But yeah, that's one time I took an Adderall. I completely backed out. Fonzie had to like pick me up out of the bathroom and take me home, whatever. But I was on my staff outing, and my friend gave me, she's like, just so like you don't get too drunk too fast. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I literally looked at her and I was like, this is going to be my downfall. Because I do not remember the night at all. I remember one part of the night is that Sammy was blacked out too, my roommate. He works at Guild too, so he went. But someone like put him on me, and we were standing outside, and his arm just crossed over me, and we both fell back on the street. Like his head hit the street so hard. And then after that, all I remember is like Fonzie telling me the story, is that basically like Fonzie was carrying Sammy to the car, and these girls were like, oh, you're a good friend. And I literally go, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know why. Fonzie literally was like, why did you, like, he's like, I have no idea why he said that, but I was apparently like, shut the fuck up. And then random as fuck, like Fonzie didn't hear anything after that. All he heard was like the girl yelling at me, and like apparently like Fonzie tried to get in between us, but she just like straight in the forehead popped me. And I don't remember it at all. And Fonzie was like, yo, like she has a broken arm. Like stop, like don't do this right now. And then my best friend Brianna, who's like my guard dog, heard. Like the fight was de-escalated, but she heard I got hit. And she like came running out of nowhere, and this girl's like 4'11". She's not like, she's a fighter though. She is a fighter, I will admit. She's like built like broody, not broody, but like she's built. She has big arms. Like she's a cheerleader, so she can hit herself. And basically like she came running, and like apparently Brianna got hit, but like they didn't hit her as hard as they hit me. Like her punch like went off her eye, but mine like straight up hit me in the forehead. And Fonzie said after I got hit, like I stopped yelling, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh, my forehead kind of hurts. I don't know why though. And Fonzie's like, you just got stuck. And I was like, what? And then I started getting angry, and I was like, I got stuck? And I was like trying to run out, and I was like, fuck this. And then Fonzie never yells. So I knew it was serious, because he took me and Brianna and like shoved us in a corner and was like, stop it. What the fuck are y'all doing? And like me and Brianna apparently just stopped, and I was like frozen in fear, because like we felt like we were getting yelled at by our parent. So yeah, that's how I got the black eye. And then it really wasn't bad. Like all that happened was my forehead was hurting, but like over the next 2 days, it literally just developed into like.
She called me the next day, and she's like, "Oh, telling me what happened," and her eye was fine.
Yeah.
Fine. And I was
completely
like,
fine. It was just swollen. Like it was literally swollen.
I was like,
bro, and like.
It was the day of her birthday. She called me, and I thought it was eyeshadow, and I was like, okay, she's testing out eyeshadow.
No, girl.
Oh my God.
No, they fucked me up. She had hands. I didn't. And like Fonzie literally said, like, why didn't you use her cast? And I was like, bitch, if I was even there in that moment, I probably would have thought about it, but I wasn't there. Like I don't remember it all. Like I literally,
prepared.
No, I wasn't prepared. And like, I'm not even embarrassed by it, because like, I don't remember it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You told me you don't get embarrassed easily.
No, I don't.
Strength in numbers, it sounds like.
I don't. Well, not even strength in numbers. It's just like, if I don't find it embarrassing, then why is it embarrassing to you? Like, if it's not embarrassing to the person, then like if I don't make it embarrassing, then it's not embarrassing.
Okay.
Like, okay. Like, if you think it's embarrassing, okay, I don't. It happened to me though. Like, it didn't happen to you. Like,
people get secondhand embarrassment.
Okay, not really, but like, I will randomly, like, it'll be like the most random moments when embarrassment will hit me. Like, I'll be picking up like cheese sticks at the grocery store, and I'll remember something I did like 3 weeks ago when I'm out, and I'm like, damn. Or like, I'll be like getting some shit out of my laundry, and I'll be like, probably not the best idea to do that. Like, that was not a good idea.
Really?
And like, I'll sit there and I'll talk to myself and be like, no,
like, don't do it, Gabby. No. Don't do it.
But then like, I'll be like, okay, and like, I've been getting mad at myself lately because I'm like, why? How am I getting so blacked out? And then I realize it's because me and Sabrina go shot for shot at the bar.
Yeah, you guys are. See, like, I'm not trying to go shot for shot with you guys.
No, but like,
I'll record it though. I'll record it though.
You should. I'm telling you,
bro.
You came and followed me and Gabby on a night out, just me and her. Like,
it would just be stupid. It would be so stupid.
Me and her, and we just have.
And yeah, and the boys will be there, but me and Sabrina will sit at the bar and just talk shit to each other. Like, not even talk shit, but like, we'll just sit there and be like babbling. Like,
it's banter, friendly banter.
Yeah, friendly banter, yeah. And we'll just sit there and be like, oh, she doesn't look that good. She's like, yeah, I know. Want a shot? And I'm like, yeah. Like, stupid shit like that. And then I'm like, my thing is though, like, I don't know why. I'll be like weird, especially just because I'm a bartender now, because like, I'm used to people just coming up to me like all the time for a drink. So like, if I'm sitting at the bar and me and my friends are just talking, I'm like, okay, let's get a shot. Like, it's boring. Like, this is boring. Let's do a shot. And like, and when I'm working too, like, if like I get an intermission break, I'll literally look at my coworker, because I usually like work with someone else. I'm like, you want to take a shot? Like, so like, that's where I think I spend my money the most, is because I'll like be in those like awkward 5 seconds of everyone just like vibing. I'm like, all right, let's do a shot. Like, like, whatever, let's do a shot. And I'll make everyone take shots. So that's my problem.
Literally, when she's drunk, gives her card out like she's freaking
yeah.
Trump.
Bro, no. I act like I'm actually Elon Musk and I own Tesla. I act like, straight up, I act like I have.
Sounds like D-Phils.
Bro. But like, but I actually keep the charges and pay for them.
Damn.
I pay for my mistakes.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, you should. You should bleep that out. I'm kidding. No, all love to D-Phils. He's a good guy.
I know
it's
all love. He knows.
But, what? I can't hear you.
He said he hooks you guys up.
Oh no, 100%. So yeah, but I be giving out my car. I'm like, oh, you guys want this? Let's do it. But it's also because like I've made a couple of good connections from my job, just because I've met some bartenders downtown. Like when my boss would take me out, because like he would take us all out to dinner, like just like not even like his favorite coworkers, but like kind of the people he gets along with the most. And we'd all go out to dinner, and then like he would introduce us to like bartenders downtown. So like my tab necessarily downtown isn't a lot, if that makes sense, compared to like someone who wouldn't be friends with a bartender. Like, you know, like if like, let's say like Fonzie and Sammy were going to come to Gil, I wouldn't like Oprah up the ass charge them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd help them out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're my friends. Or same thing with my boss. I'm like, oh, I'm going to put a couple of like Sammy or Fonzie shots on my tab. My boss would be like, okay. Like, you know, it's just like, that's why I don't care about giving out my card that much, because like at the end of the day, my biggest bill was $25. And that was after I ordered like probably like 40 shots of like maybe like me, Sabrina, and Fonzie just going out. Like,
damn.
And like, no, and like I'll randomly like be like, okay, 10 shots. And then the bartender will be like, 10? Like, there's 2 of you. I'm like, no, I know. Like,
10 shots.
Yeah, just we're going to take them over time. Because like we'll let it, like me and Sabrina off the bat will at least order 4. And 2 for me, 2 for her. Like, that's how it works. And then I'll order 6. And I'll be like, okay, 3 for me, 3 for you. And then it'll like just keep going up.
Okay.
And then like it'll get to 10 and I'll be like, okay, who's around us? And I'll just start giving them out. Like, shot. Yeah, basically. And then I feel like my bill should at least be 50, but it's not. And I'll be like, oh, I love you so much, to the bartender. Like, that's my thing. I'll be like, I fucking love you. Thank you. I'll give them a nice 20. And then their day is like nice. That. Well, because I know how it is in this industry. Like, you work for tips. Like, you don't work like to please anyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nice to have your friends visit you, but like, you're working for tips at the end of the day. Like, I get paid $6 an hour, but my tips are very nice. So I don't care about getting paid. It's like a serving job, basically, but no food, which is nice.
I love food, though.
I love food. We have a vending machine at Guild, so it helps me.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite kind of food?
Okay, Asian cuisine.
Really? We should go to sushi.
I love sushi's my favorite food. Asian cuisine. I've really been getting into like pho lately.
No way! I
pho.
went there the other day.
Pho. It's like my to-go-to like hangover meal is pho. I love pho.
Like from where? Vietnam's or something?
Vietnam's is cool. Pho 88 is really nice. And then there's this one, it's like this really Vietnamese name, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it's near here. And I ordered it actually to go when I was working a day shift. And like, I'll eat that. But I love pho. I love spring rolls. I love ramen. Ramen's great. I've just been like in love with ramen. And also Korean barbecue is like my favorite. I crave Korean barbecue.
Really?
Love Korean barbecue.
I don't love Korean barbecue. I think it's cool just because the vibes. I don't love the food though.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. Cooking your own food.
Ramen.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I don't know. It's so good to me. I love it. I don't know why.
Sushi after? Question mark?
Yeah. I'm actually really hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm down with that.
We can get food after.
Fuck yeah.
Question, are you naturally blonde?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
Okay, so this is gonna sound so dumb, but when I was born,
everything sounds some of it sounds so dumb.
Well, when I was born with platinum blonde hair. Okay,
no way.
Yes, like completely white, like white Snow White hair. Like,
so that's real.
No. Okay. Let me get into detail. So, my dad is Cuban. My mom is Sicilian, but she's super white, and so is my dad. My dad's like on the fair side of like the Hispanic spectrum. And basically he has like jet black hair. So when I got older, it probably got to like Sabrina's color, like probably a little bit lighter, like maybe like an ash brown. But that happened when I was about 6th grade. And then my mom was like, oh, we can like dye your hair if you want. And I was like, yeah, I want to dye my hair. And I got like 3 little blonde highlights in the front. And I was like, oh, I'm the baddest bitch ever. Like, I love this. And then ever since then, I just kept going blonde. And it looks naturally blonde, but it's not naturally blonde.
Because I can see like the brown.
Yeah. I have brown roots. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. That explains it.
But I'm naturally blonde, yes.
Naturally
just
blonde.
got darker as I got older.
So the blonde's like the go-to then? Like every time.
I love blonde. Blonde's nice. I wanted to go brown really badly, but I don't think that would work with my skin tone. I went purple once, which was super cool, but I was super depressed. Yeah.
Social anxiety.
I have social anxiety though in like the weirdest situations. Like it's like situations that don't make sense. Cause like, I don't even know how to explain this one situation, but I had social anxiety with Sabrina when we were at our friend's house and like some girl didn't like me. And like, she was like, it's okay. You're allowed to be here. Like you have the same friend group. And I was like, I just feel disrespectful. Like, I don't know why. Like I have the most random social anxiety when it doesn't like so uncomfortable. I was like, I shouldn't be here. Like I gotta go. And then like same thing as like when I do something embarrassing when I'm out, like I don't think of it as embarrassing. Yeah. But then like 3 days later I'll be like,
oh my God.
Damn it. Like why'd I do that? Like
right?
That's what I'll definitely do. But that's like my social anxiety. And like also like sometimes when I will
I'll bleep it out.
Okay, good. I'll get really bad paranoia. Like when I'm out and like one time it happened to me and Fonzie, we were standing in line at Lib and we were both just sitting there and I was like, I want to leave so badly. Like I do not want to be around anyone. Like I don't want anyone to touch me. Like, so like I'll get really bad social anxiety.
You keep saying, I'll just bleep it out.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so you get social anxiety like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Freak. How I Met You. I didn't really like How I Met You. The first time I ever heard of you was your pants ripping.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was the first time I ever. Now I was like, yo, there's like a new girl.
That is definitely one of the times where like people would think that's embarrassing, but I don't think it's embarrassing. Like that's 100% one of the times. But it was literally like a Sunday fun day. It was only me and the boys. Like it was just me alone with like Schneider, Nick Nystrom, like Horny, Sammy, and Fonzie. Like we went out random as hell. And my friends work at this bar, Bullet Bar downtown. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I don't know.
It's above McQueen's. Have you ever been to McQueen's?
I don't know downtown that well.
Jesus. Oh, I mean below McQueen's. So they work at the bar Bullet below McQueen's. And basically they were both working happy hour. So I was like, oh, let me go visit my friends Kai and Jill because they're like my best friends. So I was like, okay, let me go visit them. They were both working. Their manager was in and was like, oh, get on top of the bar. I want to make a promo video. And I was like, okay, cool. So I like do my thing, like whatever. And I go and I bend down and like I'm like twerking it back like on the bar, whatever. And everyone's like, Gabby, get down. And I'm like, why? Like, why do I have to get down? Like, I'm having fun. Like, leave a girl alone. And all I remember is literally getting picked up off the bar. I don't know if it was definitely by one of the boys. I don't know who. And then one of my other friends' coworkers running up to me and be like, put this on. Like, and it was like a flannel. And the flannel like covered my butt. And I was like, what happened? They're like, your pants are completely open on the back. And I was like, no way. And like, I wasn't embarrassed because I was around people. Like, I knew. That's why. And I just was making a joke about it. And then also like I stayed out the whole rest of the night with my pants open in the back. Like, and I just kept going like this to people, like, oh my God, look what I did.
Oh my God, look
at what I did. Because like, then if I didn't make it embarrassing, then it's not embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was making fun of it. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, look at my ass. Like, look at how funny this is. Like, I ripped up my fucking pants. Like, I have a fat ass. Like, just being stupid and drunk. You know what I'm saying? And like, everyone was loving it. Like, people took videos of it, but I didn't even feel like any type of embarrassment. I just was laughing at it. So yeah, that's how I ripped my pants.
That was funny. I'm like, damn.
SpongeBob,
yeah, the SpongeBob you know episode, yeah. Do you have any like funny high school stories?
When I was in high school, I dated this guy. I'm gonna say his name is.
Okay, we'll bleep it out.
Yeah, that's fine. I dated this guy, and he was like super wealthy. And not that I used him for his wealth, but like he definitely bought my love a lot. But I knew he was cheating on me. And he was cheating on me with a bunch of girls at the time. And like we were with each other for 3 years and I hadn't like done anything with anyone else. Like he was like my first everything, whatever. And I knew he was cheating on me with like a bunch of different girls, at least 5. And basically he bought us Rolling Loud tickets for his like our anniversary. And we stayed on his boat that was like 20 minutes away from the stadium. So like we would just drive every day from his boat to like the stadium. And then after Rolling Loud was done, I broke up with him the next day.
Makes sense.
So yeah. So that's one of my...
That was in high school?
That was in high school. That was one of my early hustler days.
You can go to Rolling Loud when you're in high school?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I went.
It's all ages? I don't know.
I guess. I mean, I went. I was 16 at the time when I went. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, because I remember I was definitely a junior because I didn't go to prom with my ex.
Did you go to prom?
Yeah, I did go to prom. I went with one of my best friends. He was like one of my best guy friends. And it was like super fun. And like we just had like a fun time. And like we split up at the after party. He's like, yo, I got like, it's basically like me going with Matt. Like he would be like, yo, I got with this bitch. I'm like, I got with this guy. And be like, high five. Like, you know, like, and then like break, like, let's go. Like, so I had a really good prom. Like my prom was super fun. I had a great time at my prom. But yeah, I didn't go to prom with my
never
ex.
went to prom.
Why?
I don't know. She's like,
why?
Oh my. Funny story. Like I didn't go to any school dances. I didn't do like any of that school stuff.
I went to every school dance and I had a date for every dance. I had a date for every dance.
I was like not confident at the time.
I wasn't either. I was the fat funny friend. Straight up. And then senior year, I got a job at a yoga studio, lost like 40 pounds, and then I was that bitch.
You're that bitch. Good shit.
Thank you. And then I became that bitch. And then I moved and got really depressed and gained 40 pounds back. And then I lost it all again. And now I'm at my weight I am now.
Good stuff.
So yeah.
You look healthy, look good.
Thank you. I try. With a black eye.
With a black eye, true.
Yeah.
It suits you. Talk to me about like the nightclub life. Because like one question I have is that you have to dress a certain way. Mm-hmm. Because you dress a certain way, is that helping you?
100%. I make way more money when I put time in my appearance, and I notice I get complimented more when I put time in my appearance versus if I were to go to work like this and just put like a black top on and like some black booty shorts on. Like 100%. And you feel more confident like when you know you look good. You know what I'm saying? So you like radiate. It's like all about a mindset though, like mind over matter. 100%. But yeah, I definitely think I do get tipped more when I look better. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, have you like met like has that built you? You said earlier you got good connection. I'm guessing they came from there.
100%. 110%. They came from that job. And like Sabrina said, like when she wouldn't have to go downtown with an ID just because I'd be like, hi, she's with me. And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool.
So can I get into Guilt? Because I'm
100%.
Like, I know Gabby, I know Matt.
Yeah, no, if you literally would walk in, absolutely not. That's so gross.
Wait in that fat ass line.
That's so gross. That's so, no. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Sabrina will literally just come behind me and shut her mouth and just be like, I'm with her. Like, that's it. And then I'll be like, yeah, these 3 are with me. And they'll be like, okay, they need bands. I'm like, okay. One time they had to pay was because we had a Lesso. It was like, he's a really big artist. And I think that was the one time. It was Fonzie. Fonzie paid for you, but it was like one time because like they were like, okay, like we get you want to bring like you're already free, but like your friends have to pay something, and it was literally $10 when the tickets were like $90 online. So it's like, yeah, that job has definitely brought me a lot of connections. Like I love the people I work with, the people I know now, like. And I hate because it sounds so braggy when you say it like this, but it's like I met 𝐅𝐿𝐋𝐋𝐿 after EDC and he was playing a set in like a room this size, literally. And his like setup was right there. And like I was standing right next to him and he's like, oh, my name's Charlie. Like now I'm on a first name basis with him. And I'm like, yo, what's up, Gabby? I'm like, hey, Charlie. Like, how are you? Like, I don't call him 𝐅𝐿𝐋𝐋𝐿. Like, you know, like he's a super cool guy as well. And then like you also like, one day I was at work and like Trey Songz were performing and I didn't know he was performing and I was in the backstock room and he walked through and I was like, oh shit, can I get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, oh, have a great day, beautiful. Like I was like, have a good shift. And I was like, you too. Like you're going on a shift, like, you know, like going to play. But like you also like, it's definitely doled down celebrities for me because like I just look at them now, I'm like, oh, like whatever.
Just another
like,
one.
yeah, just another
people.
person. Yeah. Like, and like, I think that's with like a lot of people because like, the guy from Outer Banks came to the club, right?
Chase Stokes.
My
dogs.
He came to the club, right? And every girl was like, oh my God, Chase is here. Chase is here. Like,
regular dude. He looks like, regular to me.
Like so regular. Little white guy, straight up, flat face. Like and I feel so bad for every girl that thinks he's really hot. I don't think he's hot just because he was a jerk to everyone there. Like he was like holding this bottle of Patron like it's the actual child, like not letting anyone touch it. And the guys that brought him, I'm really good friends with like the guy that brought him in, like got him into like the promoter or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, Brian, can you get me that bottle? Because like he's like guarding it with his life. And he was like, yeah, sure, give me a second. And then like he got the bottle, Brian gave me the bottle, gave it back, whatever. Some girl, and it was like some girl that was from my job, like went up to him and was like, yo, can I get a sip of that? And he's like, absolutely not. And I was like, bitch, what? I was like, you're not even gonna just give him a sip? And I'm like, he was just being like, he was like, I don't even know if he was like drunk as fuck as well, but he was just sitting there like in the corner like, and I was like, yo, you're so weird.
Maybe he had a bad day.
No, he definitely, and like 100%, like people have like definitely bad days, but it means a lot with sugar than salt, especially with like my coworkers. Like when people will come in and do sound checks and they're celebrities, like we'll be sitting there dancing and shit like that because it's like a free show, like before everyone gets in. And like sometimes the artist will say something to us and sometimes they won't. And like it'll low-key totally change how our work ethic is for the night. Like Bonnie and Clyde was like, you guys are great. Like we love you guys. Like we love how you guys are like dancing around. Like you guys are so cool. And everyone was pumped for the shift. Everyone was completely pumped. And then like, I don't remember, there was one guy who was like kind of being a jerk to like our boss. And I was like, I'm not excited for this shift at all. Like I already have a bad attitude about him. Like fuck him. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So it could change your like work ethic. Being like having the power you do as a celebrity, coming off like nicer is, even if you have a bad day, like putting up that front is so nice because like people talk, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's gonna talk though. So like at the same time, like why give a fuck? But yeah.
Damn.
Like being in the service industry, like change your perspective on people as well.
Yeah. How has your perspective on like men or like anyone?
Oh, gross. I think men are all gross. I will never date anyone in my industry because they all cheat. Sorry. Fact. They all cheat because they have access to another drunk bitch at any moment, to be honest. I've seen a couple guys be loyal in my industry, which is really nice to see because like they are good people. But like men are weird. My first shift, some guy told me, and it was like my first shift alone, like working alone. Some guy told me he would eat my pussy like a bowl of ramen noodles. And I literally made security come and stay at my bar the whole night. Now I've gotten like threatened to be like killed. And I'm like, okay, like cool, like whatever. Like, okay. Like some guy threatened that he was going to get me arrested. And I was like, how? I literally sat there and I was like, how? I'm a bartender. Like, leave me alone.
I'm not doing it. I just serve drinks.
Like, I'm just like, how? And then he like walked away. But people are crazy. Like people are definitely crazy. Like I've gotten a couple bottles thrown at me.
Whoa. For
like things that it's like people would think like if you meet the common courtesy, like I'll be helping someone and then I'll like feel a hand like touching my hand. I'm like, there's a whole bar separating us. Like I have a mental list in my head of like who I'm gonna help next. Like I'm a bartender. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna forget you. But if you annoy me, I'll definitely pick you last. If that makes sense. So yeah.
Be nice to the bartenders.
100%.
You'll get your drinks.
Yeah.
Give me the water, please.
No, water is one thing I'll always give out because I know what it's like to be drunk as fuck and you need a water. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I will never, ever judge someone for getting a water. Because, like, I know what it's like to be, like, on the brink of throwing up and you just need a sip of water.
Just a glass of water.
Just a glass of water. If someone says I need water, I'm like, okay, give me 1 second.
Give me the water, please. You want a bottle? Yes.
Water? No, bottles of water are $4. A cup is free.
He gives me bottles.
Oh, well, yeah. I would give you a free water bottle, yeah. That's not hard. But if I don't know you, it's $4.
Okay. Now that you know me, I would like some water.
I got you on some water, girl.
Thank you. But yeah, what do you do? Like look for anything in a man? Kindness, empathy, height.
Okay, this sucks because my friends have been making fun of me lately because I've been getting with guys that are like my height.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
5'5".
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Why?
My mom's like 5'5".
I'm 5'5". Yeah, I'm 5'5". But yeah. But I mean, necessarily height, yeah. And like someone who treats me well and everything like that. And like, I mean, I do, like Sabrina said, I do like a little bit of like dominance and power. But at the same time, I do like when I can wear the pants in some situations. Like, you know, like communicate. I love when someone can communicate with me. Like, don't beat around the bush with what you're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me straight what's up and then we can talk about it. Because then... Yeah, I like Hispanic guys. I love Hispanic guys. And I love guys with like brown eyes, brown hair. And then I love guys that are like a little bit taller than me. But I could do a guy that's like 2 inches taller than me because like my last relationship was a guy that was 2 inches taller than me. And I literally wore sneakers downtown every day. Every time I burp. Sorry.
Good. Don't worry. You're good. Sip some water.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I wear sneakers downtown.
You can drink it if you want.
I probably will.
Go for it.
Okay. That was my stomach.
You're good.
But yeah.
Bring your food. Don't worry.
But yeah, I definitely look for a guy. I don't know. Someone kind of, it's weird to say, but someone kind of that reminds me of my dad because my dad was always like there for me in my life. And like, he was always like such a like prominent person in my life. Like he was like my best friend growing up. Like I'm more of a guy's girl. So like someone reminds me of my dad, like someone who has like their shit together. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I actually heard? That people actually look for
their parents.
Not their parents, but like some qualities
of their like who.
Yeah, of their parents.
No, I've heard that too.
And I was like, dang, I low-key.
I'm a psychology major. I've definitely heard that too. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely like feel like my dad was always like such a, not a prominent person. I don't know, like a stable person in my life. Not that my mom wasn't. It's just like I got along better with my dad. Like my sister got better with my mom and I got better with my dad. So like I feel like I definitely look for people who have the same qualities and like mindset that my dad does in like my relationships. That makes sense. Yeah.
And I hope they've been successful.
No, because I'm single, obviously. But yeah.
I'm saying when you were in though.
Oh yeah. I mean, not really, no. I'm usually a little toxic, but.
What are some toxic habits you have?
Like not answering when I know they're gonna be out, like in 2 seconds. Like I did that to my ex. Like he called me and I didn't answer it, and then he called my friends who was out with me, and he's like, "Where are you?" And we're like, "Oh, we're here." And he's like, "Well, why isn't she answering my calls?" And I was like, just sitting there, and I was like, I don't want to answer him. I just don't feel like answering him.
Damn.
And like he'll be out, and then I'll be like, "Why aren't you talking?" And then like, or they'll be like, "Oh, like why don't you care?" And I'll be like, "Cause I just don't. I don't need to care about you. Like you don't give me any reason to care about you." Like vibes. And like one guy tried to like get me upset that like he was going downtown, and I was like, okay. And he's like, why don't you care that I'm going downtown? And I was like, because it's a public place. What am I gonna do? Say no? Like you're gonna go if you want to go. Like you're gonna do stuff if you want to do stuff. You're gonna cheat on me if you want to cheat on me. Like
wow,
whatever. Life goes on. But that's my mindset now. That used to not be my mindset. But yeah, now I'm very like, I don't really give a fuck.
Okay.
Like everything happens for a reason. Like I believe in that completely.
Me too.
Like everything happens for a reason. So like if someone wants to do something, they'll do it. So. Do
you think that? Okay, and I think there's limits to it. So like everything happens for a reason. Do you think that also there are people meant to be and meant not to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like was this supposed to happen?
What? Like me meeting you?
Yeah.
I mean,
like because that kind of applies to everything happens for a reason.
A first meeting, you never know like what someone's true intentions are. Like once you start hanging out with someone, then I feel like they reveal themselves more, and like you could see more of like what people are. Like me and you though are having a very in-depth conversation, and you're learning a lot about me. So I feel like you would know a lot about me more than I know about you because I'm the one answering questions.
I mean, you can ask me questions if you want.
Well, yeah, I could.
You can. No,
I know. I just don't know what I would ask. But what was the question again?
I'm saying, do you think that like there is there an extent to it? There's like
I mean,
because like I'm not gonna be like, hey, I was meant to be in this room at this time, and, like, you know.
No, I don't think like saying it like that. No, but I mean, like I think like my ex, not even my ex, really, like this kid I was talking to, we were talking like on and off for a year. Like I think he was meant to teach me in my life that like I needed to like focus on myself and not focus on like the wants of other people. I need to focus on like what I really want and like what voids I need to fill, if that makes sense. Like I felt like he was filling up my cups, but in reality they were all empty, if that makes sense. Like he was knocking them over in reality. But I thought, like, I think that's what it meant. And like for me to realize like my own self-validation is like the best validation you can have. Yeah. Not the validation of other people.
You come first in the relationship.
Yeah, basically, like you have to make sure you're mentally okay before you can mentally be with someone else. So yeah.
It's a great quote, guys. Take notes. I just thought it was funny. So
this is how I met Sabrina. Oh, basically my last ex kind of made me go crazy with like mind games and shit like that. Yeah, basically like I went crazy. I lost a lot of weight. But like he made me go crazy in a good way because I started focusing on myself, if that makes sense. Like I went crazy in a good way because like I needed him out of my life, and that was kind of like the last straw. So basically the night before, the kid who I was with was out with some of Sabrina's friends, and some of Matt's friends. Matt was actually out that night. And Matt is the one who I asked. I was like, yo, are they getting with each other? He's like, yeah. And I have seen him do this before with other girls. And I didn't know about the other girls. I found out about the other girls when I became friends with Sabrina, actually. I thought he was being loyal to me this whole time. And I kind of had like a mental breakdown, basically. And like at 5 a.m, I just like drove by his house. And I parked my car, and I don't know what I was thinking. I was on FaceTime with someone. I don't even remember who I was on FaceTime with, but I remember I just stabbed his tire. And then Brianna was calling me. My best friend was calling me and was like, what are you doing? And I saw the girl's car was there. I knew Sabrina's car wasn't there because I knew Sabrina's license plate at this point, which was really scary to say. But I saw the girl's car there, and Matt told me the car that she drove, so I knew it was her. And my friend pulled up on me and was like, Gabby, what were you doing? Like, what are you doing? I was literally like sitting at the girl's tire, and I looked at her and I just went, and I stabbed it. And all you heard was, and I was like, and I literally got in my car, and Brianna made me get in her car, and I grabbed my car, and I like literally was like crying, and she's like, you can go to jail. Like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm really going through it, Brianna. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I need him out of my life. Like, this is just not okay. Because, like, we just really were playing with each other's feelings at that point in our relationship. It was more like a game to see who can get who the maddest, basically. And I won because I slashed a tire, which I didn't win because violence is never the answer. But I basically made Brianna drive back in her car. I saw his car was literally like sitting like this. And I called him because I knew he was going to work. And I called him and I was like, hi, you're not going to be able to go to work today. And he was like, why? I was like, at least drive to work. I was like, you can't drive. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I slashed your tire. And he's like, did you really do that? And I said, yes. And he was like, okay, I'm going to go outside. And me and Brianna were parked where like we could see his car and like see him, but he couldn't see us. And I saw him check and he was like, why? Like, what is your problem? And then like, after that, we handled it very civilly. Like, we handled it out of the court system. I said he can sue me. Like, I told him, I was like, I'll pay you back for the tire. Like, you can sue me, whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, call the cops, do what you want to do. But, like, I have no problem paying you for the tire. And I ended up paying him. And I told him I was only going to pay him $100 because of all the emotional trauma he caused me. And he agreed. So I only ended up paying him $100. And then the girl found out because he posted on his private story that his tires got slashed. And then Sabrina was like, oh, Emily, I'll call her Emily. Emily, like your tire definitely got slashed last night. Like it was not like an air thing. Like it was not an air thing, like your tire got slashed. And then she ended up adding me on Snapchat. And I was completely compliant with her. I was like, yeah, I did it. I don't know why. I was like, I'm sorry. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I apologize. And I paid her tire in full because, like, she did not do anything to me. She doesn't know me. I don't know her. Like, I was just in a bad mind space. So me and her handled that completely, like, out of everything. She's just like, I want my tire to pay for it. And I was like, I completely understand. I'm sorry I fucked up. Like, we're good. Whatever. And then that happened. Everyone thought I was crazy for a little bit, because I completely was. I know I was, for that at least. And I went to therapy, and I'm still in therapy for it. Well, not for that reason, but like that's what started my therapy. Yeah. And I started like working on myself, and then Sabrina still didn't like me after it, which is fine. I understand.
Your face.
Sabrina didn't like me. And basically one night I was downtown with Matt and Sabrina wasn't talking to me, obviously. And some girl, remember when tried to fight me? I'm gonna talk about that because you stood up. Yeah. So this girl tried to fight me. Yeah, bleep that name out. But this girl tried to fight me in a pizza restaurant, and Sabrina actually like stood up for me and was like, no, don't touch her. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, okay, like, whatever, bitch, I see you. So then like, I was like, okay, like, thanks for sticking up with me. And then like didn't even talk to me after that. Like, stood up for me and like started walking in front of me.
You were in the car the whole time
and like did not say a word to me.
Nice to her. And I was like, okay, I can be nice. I just don't have to talk to her.
Yeah, she just didn't talk. Did not talk, okay?
Why didn't you like her?
She's a bitch. Because she's a bitch. Yeah, because I'm fucking crazy. That's why she thought I was fucking crazy. Which, I mean, I wouldn't like me either. If like I found out.
Sorry, you wouldn't like me either.
No, exactly. Like if I found out like some random bitch slashed my friend's tires, I wouldn't like her either. And then she used to call Matt crazy for hanging out with me, which I understand. And
hanging out with the psycho.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I literally remember I was drunk as fuck at Saddle. And it was one day me, Matt, and Sabrina went out. And Matt was like, it's fine if you guys don't talk. It's okay, whatever. And I remember I was like looking at Matt, and we were like standing, and Sabrina was just like on her phone, like sitting in the middle of the bar. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking go up to her. I was like, I'm going to go up to her. I don't care. And I went up to her and I was like, woman oh woman, let's have a chat. Like, let's chat.
Woman oh woman,
no,
let's have a chat.
Straight up said that. I straight up said that to her. I was like, woman oh woman, let's chat. And I literally sat there and I was like, I basically just told her I was wrong. Like, I was like, I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. I was like, you have every right to hate me, but like, I want to explain my side first. And then like, that's when me and her got to talking. Me and her literally got to talking, and I was like telling her, I was like, yeah, I was like talking to her about my ex, and like she was telling me things that she knew through our relationship. And then like, I was explaining like my side of it. And he was like, okay, well, he made you seem really fucking crazy. And I was like, no shit, he's going to make me seem really fucking crazy when he's the one doing bad things to me. Like, obviously, like, no way. And then she was like, you want to take a Snapchat? And I was like, yeah. And then we took a Snapchat, and then we've actually like been friends ever since that day. Like, ever since that day, I've actually like, I've never felt judgment from her ever since that day. Like, ever since that day, like, I've been completely blunt with her about everything I do in my life. And she's like, okay. She's like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but like, I'm not against you doing it. But she's honestly like one of my best friends now. Like, I literally talk to her every day, and I'll call her and be like, what are you doing? Like, want to talk? And like, she literally called the girl that I slashed tires, and the girl's like, yeah, I have no bad feelings against her. Like, I know what it feels like to be cheated on. Like, I was there. Like, whatever. She's like, no hard feelings towards her. And I was like, you know what? I want to give her a hug. I know she doesn't necessarily want one, but I want to give her a hug. So yeah. And now I'm good with her. I'm not good with my ex, but I'm good with everyone else.
Everyone else, yeah.
Everyone else on her side. Yeah, everyone else on her side. Basically.
She gained a best friend out of it. If we were talking about that, if you think about it.
So yeah, I gained a best friend out of it, but lost a shitty guy. Not that bad of a deal, you know what I'm saying? To me. So yeah, and then that's how I slashed his tire. And yeah, I just paid him back in full, and I just was stupid for a moment. And the thing is, though, I went dressed up like I was about to rob someone.
All black, ski mask on.
All black. No, it wasn't even a ski mask. I took a fucking hoodie and pulled the string, so it was just like my eyes, like Kenny from South Park, dog. But where I fucked up is where I parked in the neighbor's driveway backwards, and they had a Ring camera right there. But like, I was gonna tell him anyway. Like, that wasn't like my deciding factor. Yeah. I was just like, I feel like a shitty person, so like, I have to tell him like, this relationship is done. And then after that, like, he started like messing with me and shit like that. One of my friends ended up getting punched by one of his friends. His friends went to jail. And after that, we literally sat on the curb, and I was like, we have to leave each other alone. Like, this is like very toxic. Like, one of your friends went to jail, and I slashed a tire. Like, this is not cute. Like, this isn't Romeo and Juliet shit. Like, we gotta like, we're done. And then
just Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
shit.
Not really, because I'm the he's not doing anything to me. I'm Bonnie. Like, he's just vibing as Clyde. Like, you know. But yeah, after that, I haven't talked to him since. He has a girlfriend now, and I'm fine with it. Like, I don't care. Like, it's whatever. And like, one of my best friends is best friends with his girlfriend. So like, it's just like a very small circle. Very small circle.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you have any like memorable moments with like hanging around with everybody? Like, where it was like something like, damn, like, I wish we recorded this and like it didn't get captured.
I think my birthday, honestly, because like everyone like from our friend group was there, and like it wasn't anyone like drama at all. Like everyone was just having like such a good night. Like you could say my birthday was a good night, right? Besides me crying for like 2 seconds, like everyone that I like loved was there, because I'm a crier. It's so annoying. What?
Nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah. Everyone cries on their birthday, I feel like, whatever. But I mean, that was like such like a good night for me, at least. And then I think one other night was like syllabus week. We all went out on a Thursday, and everyone was just like living. Like everyone, it was the night that we all came back to the house and stayed up till 7 a.m. that night. Like everyone was just like having such a good night, and like we just stayed up until 7 a.m. like talking and like vibing, and we were all like loving life. Like that was definitely like a good night with the boys. And like sometimes some of their rush events are super fun. Like when I go there, like me and Sabrina went to one that was at a pool, and it wasn't even like it was fun. It was just like me and Sabrina vibing and the boys just being stupid. Like it was just like a cute little moment, you know? Or if we go out to dinner with the boys and like we're all like getting drunk at dinner, like that's funny. Like we all just talk shit about each other. Or if we make family dinner at my house, that's really nice.
I like to do a family dinner.
I always Yeah, really? We always make family dinner. I always do. Last Sunday,
like
I made
with
yeah.
No way! I didn't get invited.
We did ceviche.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do a Sunday.
I usually make like Matt one time made ceviche, and I made street tacos.
I cook. I know how to cook.
You do?
Yeah,
okay, because no one else cooks. I'm always the one that cooks. And then last time I made baked ziti and chicken parm and garlic bread, and then this Sunday I made mashed potatoes and chicken and like veggies.
Okay.
So like I make like actual dinners, like, and I love cooking for people. Like that's like me
too.
That's my thing. That's like my thing.
It's like a hobby.
Yeah, I love cooking for people, so I'm always cooking.
You're not no Italian in you?
I am Italian.
Oh no.
I'm Italian, Greek, French, and Cuban.
My mom's Italian.
Really?
Yeah.
Sicilian or what?
Yeah, my grandma's from Sicily.
Mine is too. My grandma was born in Sicily, and then my mom's the first gen of her family.
Yeah, my mom's first gen.
Yeah.
We're like fake Italians. We don't.
No,
really
I know. I don't know. I know like very gibberish Italian because of my grandma, because like she'll speak to me in it.
I don't know any.
Oh, my grandma will speak. My nonna will speak to me in it, and I know like a little Italian from her. Reflection. Holy shit. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how emotionally available do I seem? Is this me answering or you?
You can answer it. I'll answer it too.
How emotionally available do I seem to you? You don't even know me.
That's true.
Exactly.
So off top, just like
off
now,
top, yeah.
I would say before, I have no clue.
Okay, but now that I've talked to you,
I feel 7.
Really?
7.
I would say that too. I would say a 7 as well.
I think you're working on it.
I am, because like
a little off day sometimes.
Yeah, like I'm very like weird. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, yes, like hug me, touch me, and then other times I'll be like, ew, get the fuck away from me. But like that's not even emotional availability. I feel like it's not really emotional availability.
Keep going. I mean, I'll keep asking them to.
All right, go.
Just go for it.
I feel like that's not emotional availability though. Like I mean, I think I'm very emotional available, but at some situations, it's weird that I'm not. Like it doesn't make sense that I'm not. Like
could be ego, the vulnerability thing.
Probably. I hate being vulnerable, but like at the same time, like I have no problem being vulnerable. What's your sign?
Guess.
No, that's like I was like, when's your birthday?
You can guess, and I'll tell you my birthday. Then I'll just tell you the sign then.
But I feel like you'd be like, okay, I don't know. I'm getting like Libra vibes from you, but at the same time, I don't. What? I would say like Virgo or Libra. Like, but at the same time, he could be a Pisces. Are you?
Which one? It's actually one of the 3.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. I would say Virgo, Libra.
Oh shit, I'm Virgo.
Virgo, yeah. You're exactly like my dad. You act like my dad. You are very like, you're talkative, but you let other people talk.
I think some things that people don't understand, you have to like the ability to listen. Mm-hmm. I think that's what a lot of people are missing. Mm-hmm. So I try like, okay, she's talking, let her speak.
Yeah, I feel that. I talk over people, which is stupid.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm a Capricorn.
I don't know what that means.
I was born in December. That's it.
I don't know any of that. I don't even
Capricorns.
know
Okay, so Virgos, Capricorns, and one other Tauruses are all earth signs. So we're very like grounded people. So we like are very motivational, like money driven, but not in a bad way. We just want to be successful, basically. And then also like you care for people, but at the end of the day, you're going to care for yourself first. So like that's how
sense.
like that's the vibe that I get off. But I know I'm a very like the same thing you said with Sabrina. Like when you don't work, you feel like a bum. This whole month that I've been off from work, I feel like such a bum. Like, and I've been going through my oh my god, that would have been so bad. But I was like going through my money and shit, and I was like, bro, I feel like so bummy. Like I feel so bummy right now. But yeah.
Virgo.
Capricorn vibes.
So we're both earth signs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we ask you another one?
Go ahead.
Can we just like skip them? Actually, let's do this one.
Okay.
It's a wild card.
Okay.
We'll skip that one.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. It was kind of basic.
Oh.
You want me to read it anyway?
Yeah, you can read it anyway.
Okay, so the question says, write down your top 2 relationship deal breakers.
Oh, Sabrina already did that.
Right.
Yeah, do something else, yeah.
I mean, maybe you didn't. Describe your worst heartbreak and what did it teach you?
Oh, I did that, yeah. I think I did that, yeah.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
What are you feeling a lot of lately?
Bitch. We've both been up.
Bitch. Anxiety. To be honest, anxiety. And it's so weird, but it's like I feel like a weight on my shoulders that I can't control. And like I get angry about things I can't control, and I have to sit there and remind myself, like, you can't control that, like calm down. So like I feel like very anxious lately. I don't know why. Like it happened to me downtown a couple nights ago. I was there like celebrating my friend's birthday, and she just wanted to stay in the Queens, which is like a smaller bar. And I was like, I gotta go walk. Like I gotta do something. Like I can't be here right now. So like I feel like anxiety all the time, which is so weird. But yeah.
You want me to keep going?
If you want to,
I'll just keep going.
Yeah, if you want to.
That's too easy because it's like for me too. How do you define dating?
Committed. Being committed to the other person.
Committed.
Yeah. Like being committed. If you're fucking around, then you're not dating them. You're not even talking. You're just fucking around.
That's true.
You know?
Okay, this one's like for me. It says, what do you find most attractive about me that isn't physical?
Okay. The way you talk to people. You're very like soft spoken.
Thank you.
Very soft spoken. And I feel like you don't really get mad easily either. Like it takes a lot for you to get mad. Yeah, I feel like you don't get mad. Like you're very relaxed. And I like that. I love people who have like a relaxed vibe. So yeah.
Okay. You want me to answer that for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. When I first thought, I'm like, okay, this girl like seems innocent, but I don't know if I could trust her. I don't know if I could trust her.
Really?
That's what I first thought. But after talking to you, I think that you're more like than looks.
Okay.
Like, you're very pretty, but like
Thank you.
Like people don't see that.
Wow, that was so nice. That was really nice.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, that was a really nice way to say something. I like that a lot.
Do one more? Like
okay.
3 more. Why not? Lucky number?
Yeah. Oh my God, 3 is my lucky number. 333. Did I not say that? Wait, did I scream?
You didn't say that.
Wait, okay. I don't think.
Talk about it. 333.
So 333 is like an angel number. That means like support. And I've been seeing it for the past like year and a half now. So like 333 is my favorite number.
Really? We try to make the E look like a 3.
Really? 3 is my favorite number. I'm going to get it tattooed recently, actually.
You got one?
Well, I'm going to get one. Okay. I got a tattoo recently that says Teach Peace. It's right here.
It's under the cast.
Yeah, it's under the cast. But yeah, that I want to get 333 really bad. Like I love, and I see it everywhere. We were in the car and I was like, Sabrina, 333. And then she's like, oh, cool.
Like number 3.
Yeah.
Let's go 1. What do you think my type is? Describe in detail.
So definitely someone like calm, like you.
I was just gonna skip it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Then skip
I
that.
have no clue.
Then skip that.
What was the first thing you noticed about me when we met in person?
Your hair. I don't know why. I looked at your hair. I already knew you had hair. Like that's so weird. I mean, yeah, that's so weird to say that, but I did notice your hair because you had the VR goggles on.
Yeah, and my hair was popping up.
Yeah, I noticed.
You know what's funny? Your hair too.
Really? You noticed my hair?
I was like, why is it like so light? But then her roots are brown. But I'm like, she could be naturally blonde.
No.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Oh, really?
I was thinking that the whole time.
That's funny, actually.
I will go. Obvious. Do your friends know anything about me?
Yeah, you're better friends with Sabrina.
You know what I'm saying. Okay, we'll do one more.
Yeah.
When was the last time you ghosted someone and why?
Oh, this is so sad.
So sad.
It was on Valentine's Day too. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. So the reason why I ghosted him was because the romantic chemistry in the bedroom area wasn't amazing, but like he was such a good guy. Like he gave me everything I wanted more. Like same thing like with Sabrina was talking about her ex, like how he would wake her up with Starbucks, like breakfast in bed. Like he gave me everything I wanted and more, but like the sexual chemistry was not there. Damn. And I literally like told him like it sounds so bad. I literally told him, you do not know how to fuck. I literally said, I'm sorry. Like we can maybe work on it. And then like he just got really uncomfortable. And like he was like, oh, I wasn't even we're looking for a girlfriend, when in reality we literally went out with his mom. We went out to dinner with his mom, like for one of our second dates. Damn. It was so weird. And I was like, you're not looking for a girlfriend, but you introduced me to the whole family. Like, okay. And I said that, and he was just like, whatever. And then I saw him out a couple days ago, and I was like, oh man, hey, how are you? And he's like, great. Good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I low-key think that's one thing. Because like I'm the red sex virgin till I die. Not till I die. Okay. But I feel like that's going to stop me sometimes pursuing girls, because they're going to know that. Okay. But I'm like, I'm really nice, and I know that I'll be. Well,
I'm more like, now that I've calmed down, I feel like I've calmed down. I feel like I'm more personality-wise. And I feel like that was definitely like with like older girls as well. Like they're not looking like to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to actually have a connection with someone. Yeah. Not like a meaningless hookup.
What? Nah, you know, I say this every podcast. There's three things, three experiences. Well, because I want to tell a story from it. I like to tell stories, you know, podcast, entertainment, all that stuff. So like the number one, obviously a girl I care for. Yeah. Thought it was gonna be the girl, but I guess it's not.
No. That sucks.
Nah, I actually don't know. But yeah, that's number one.
Okay.
Number two, a celebrity.
You want to fuck a celebrity?
Yeah. Because it'd be like a funny, it'd be like, yo, my first time was with Zendaya, or like Madison Beer.
As seriously as I thought.
No, it's not serious. It's not serious at all. And then the third one's a porn star.
Bro, that's not even worth it. I feel like that's not even fucking worth it.
It's funny though.
I mean, yeah, okay, like losing your virginity to a porn star is definitely funny.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that's not worth it. No. I feel like I'd wait for a celebrity rather than a porn star.
But I don't even want to. It is what
no, I know, yeah. It's like whoever. Not like
honestly, whoever.
Not like whoever's passing by.
Huh?
Do you see it happening in the near future?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't like care that much.
Okay. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, but that's like when I went celibate. Like, I went celibate for a whole year. No, not even like 6 months.
What is celibate? Like,
nothing. It's like nothing. Like nothing. I was in Alabama, and I think I was celibate for like 6 or 7 months, and then I finally got with someone. And like, I feel like after like a couple months, you kind of just like lose the sexual drive. Like you're just like whatever. Like okay, like because like you can masturbate, and like that gives me the same fucking pleasure as like someone putting. And like it's not
I'll
like.
Bleep it out.
Like, thank you. It's not like. It's like you can do it yourself. Like, you know, like I feel like I would feel that way too. Like if it's like not worth it, then like you don't care.
Yeah.
Vibes. I like that vibe. I like that vibe.
Okay, I actually have one more question I want to ask you.
Go ahead, girly girl. Girly pop.
Not a girl. But no. This question's actually for like the genre you're in, like bottle service, stuff like that.
I'm a bartender, but yeah, I understand. My bad. Well, because people get mad if I'm like, oh, if like people at my work see this and they're like, oh my god, you said you were a bottle girl. Like you're not a bottle girl. Like I feel like people get mad. Like I feel like
the freaking nightclub. But is it like how does someone go about getting like a server's number? I don't even think I've never seen that in my life been done.
So like I feel like it also like it goes about the way you talk to them. Like if you're actually talking to me as like okay, so for example, one guy that got my number, like at first he was like just like, oh, I want this and this, and I was like, okay. And then like he'll make like a funny comment when I'm busy, like, oh, you're really picking up, like, you know what I'm saying? And like if they stay near me like the whole time, like we start having a conversation and I'm like slow, like whatever, actually like talk to me. Don't just be like, yo, you fine as fuck, let me hit you up, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, my phone number is $20. Like I have charged people for my phone number. I don't charge people for my Instagram because that's free clout. My Snapchat is $30 because that's really private. Like I don't really add anyone that's not my friend on my Snapchat.
The girls are gonna be taking notes.
I'm gonna be completely honest. No, it's true. This is what I do. It's $30 for my Snapchat. $20. I mean, well, I should probably charge more for my number, but like $20 for. Damn, I should charge more for my number. But $20 for my number, $30 for my Snapchat. But the thing is, with your number, you can block. I mean, you can block them on Snapchat too. I should probably just charge more for my number, honestly.
$69 though.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, but sometimes I've given them, like, if they're really weird and they still give me money for my number, I'll give them my mom's number. Because my mom will literally have a field day. Like, she'll make fun of them. Like, she loves it. Like, if she gets a call from, like, a random guy at 3 a.m, she's like, what the fuck? Like, she, like, will make fun of them. Or if they, like, text her, like, hey, sugar, can I take you on a date? Like, she'll send them, like, a random address. And, and then they'll be like, where are you at? And then my mom will just block them. Like, she has fun with it. Like, I'll give them my mom's number for, like, funny reasons. I'll be like, yeah, mom, you're going to expect a text, like, soon. Just letting you know. I'll be like, okay.
Damn, that's funny. Like,
that's what I do. But if you want to go at my number the right way, like, actually have a conversation with me. Don't treat me like I'm a goddamn dancer. Like, because one day I was on my way to work and I was wearing, like, it was New Year's, so I was kind of wearing, like, a sparkly, revealing outfit. It did look like a stripper outfit, I will admit. And some guy, I was pumping my gas. He's like, where do you dance at? And I was like, what? He's like, where do you dance at? I was like, I'm a bartender. And I was like, this was the weirdest interaction ever. But yeah, just treat me like a normal person. Otherwise, I'm going to charge you.
Because I think my problem is, a lot of people say, is that I come off too nice. And then, like, you're a little brother, not a boyfriend. I mean, okay. I'm like, damn, it is what it is.
Assert your dominance, definitely, but don't be creepy.
Because I feel like then if I do, it's like way too strong.
You got to find a good a good middle. I got a good middle ground. That's what you need to do, is find your middle ground.
My friends are like, bro, you're like a player, but like you're not a player. Like you look like a player, but you're not
a player.
But you're not.
You got to assert your dominance, man. You got to find your inner line.
I don't know. I come off too strong, though. My mom thinks
I come
off too strong, yeah.
Why? Like, do you just go in head first, though?
Well, because I know what I want.
Okay. But, like, that's good to know what you want.
And then if I tell them, like, hey, I don't need you. Like, there's plenty of fish in the sea kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't talk. Like, why? If you don't want it, then don't talk to me. Like, it is what it is. See ya. Deuces.
Yeah.
She's like, you're being too strong. I'm like, but
it's the truth, though. I kind of agree with that, though. Like, if you're like that, you're like, okay, if you don't want me, don't want me. Like, I don't care. My day's still going to go on.
Right. I'm doing the same thing I did without you 10 minutes ago or an hour or a year.
Really good mindset to have. Really good mindset. I like that mindset.
I try to grow. It's my biggest thing is growth in life.
Yeah.
Because you'll never stop growing.
100%. That's a really good way to think about things. I like that a lot.
Got you.
Little fist bump.
You want to do one more question?
Yeah, sure.
I think I already asked you that.
Oh, okay.
What's non-negotiable in your life?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
That's what the question was.
What?
What is non-negotiable in your life? So, like, something that you would never abide by someone else's rules.
Oh, if, like, my partner were to be like, you can't talk to your family. Like, I don't like your family.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, fuck no. Like, you're not in my life. Like, they've been in my life. Like, no way. My family's non-negotiable. Like, they will always be in my life.
You only have one family.
100%. And there's so many people in the sea of people.
So many.
Of humanity.
Yeah.
Sea of humanity. Oh my God, that kind of rhymes.
Shouldn't put that in her bio. Sea of humanity.
But no, yeah, my family's definitely not negotiable. And my happiness. If you don't make me happy, you're out of my life.
Mine would be yourself.
Yeah.
First thing, you come first.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely it. And like, yeah, I would say those two things, my happiness, my family, are definitely non-negotiable.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and 20.
We're good now, I guess, right?
We're good. We're ending here, man. Any last words you want to say, Gabby?
No.
Instagram, free cloud, all that stuff. Put it there.
All right, no, I don't have anything. I don't care. You can follow me or not. You're going to do what you want to do.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Embarrassing.
Bye.
Deuces.